Welcome back. I'm throwing down another episode of 666 Seconds of Murder. And you know what that means. That means each one of these videos is less than 666 seconds or 11 minutes and 6 seconds. This one's going to be a little tight. I got a lot to cover, but I'll keep things moving. I'll keep it brief and get you on your way today. But do me a favor, please take a moment, like the video. If you're not a subscriber, consider doing that before you leave and drop a comment below, and that helps the video get out there to more people and lets other people know what you thought about it. So even if it's just throwing up some horns or just saying hello, whatever, it helps. Okay. It's important to remember that no one has been found guilty of anything at all in this crime. That's for a court of law to decide. These are just my thoughts, my speculation on the topic, and everything is alleged. Now, I'm sure that some of you following the case of the Idaho 4 have heard about Dr. Moore, Dr. Dan Moore, a chiropractor in Bonners Ferry, Idaho in 2020. Now, Bonners Ferry is about as far north as you can get in Idaho. It's about 3 hours from Moscow. It bears quite a bit of relevance to the Idaho 4 case, as you're going to soon find out. Now, Dr. Moore was a beloved 63-year-old chiropractor, Bonners Ferry, Idaho, about 1,200 people there. Very small town. Dr. Brian Drake was an actual, a younger chiropractor who moved to the area and set up practice. And some thought it would cause this clash between Dr. Moore and Dr. Drake because of the fact that, Dr. Drake's now this new guy in town, younger, a good-looking guy. He was getting some of the business. But Dr. Moore seemed to take it in stride. Wasn't that big of a deal, but some people made it out to be, I think, bigger than it was necessary. Now, on March 12th of 2020, Dr. Drake was attacked with a shot from a firearm through the window of his office. He was working late. He was on the phone with his wife when it happened. An eyewitness saw a two-tone pickup truck speed away, but Dr. Moore's truck was all white. Another witness said they saw a young black man running away, not the older white man who just had knee surgery and wore a brace. So lots of strange stuff going on here. Dr. Moore had a great alibi. He was at a good friend's house. That friend was Mick Mellett, the coroner of the town or the county. And Idaho State Detectives Gary Tolleson and Michael Van Leuven now are assigned to the case. And there's this pending lawsuit currently against them for a variety of things, some accusations of wrongdoing during the investigation. Now, of course, they're innocent until proven guilty, but somehow Gary Tolleson was able to convince Mick Mellett to not testify that he was Dr. Moore's alibi witness. I don't know how that happened, but it did. And try to find a picture of Gary Tolleson on the internet. They don't exist. That guy's been scrubbed from the internet. Now, there was a coffee shop kiosk about 16 feet from the window where this happened and well within shooting range. The wife of the assistant police chief, a guy by the name of Ryan, she worked there at the time, as well as her husband, who was the brother-in-law of the assistant chief, who actually owned the shop. Ironically, they were not interviewed or investigated in the crime. And kind of reminds me of some of the strange stuff that we've been thinking about's going on over there in Moscow. Now, Dr. Drake was in lots of financial trouble and marital issues from multiple bad affairs that his wife found out about. It was an ugly situation. Some speculated that his wife was behind the whole thing and made sure that she was on the phone with him when it happened as an alibi. She was allegedly very shifty, acting very suspicious after this happened. And she got rid of a bad husband and made a pretty good sum of money from the insurance. So lots of motive there. But they had their sacrificial lamb, and that would, of course, be the innocent Dr. Moore. Now, Idaho detectives were also busted allegedly modifying the timestamp in the video surveillance that showed a white pickup truck driving away. So this was Dr. Moore. So they made it look like he was there at the time, even though he wasn't. And to think of police doing stuff like that is frightening. I mean, seriously, that is a really scary thing. And to think that they used that to intimidate this poor guy is really unbelievable. Now, you want to know what else is sickening? The Idaho State Police thought it would be a good idea to put Detective Gary Tolleson as their point man on the Idaho 4 case. I mean, the biggest case that state probably will ever experience. They put him on there. So really, really strange. He was involved with interviews, I've heard, with Dylan and some of the others. So hard to imagine what was going on behind closed doors there. We've yet to see any video of that. That would be great, wouldn't it? We see it in other cases. Why not here? What are they trying to cover up? It doesn't make any sense. Now, you want another crazy coincidence in this one? It was rumored that an off-duty cop was the one who actually pulled the trigger here on Dr. Drake. I have no idea how much truth is in that. Just rumor at this point. But you know who also is from Bonners Ferry, Idaho? A small town. Told you, 1,200 people. Mr. Brett Payne from the Moscow PD. He's an avid hunter. He was in the Army in the 82nd Airborne, and I'm sure he could shoot. Again, allegedly. He also owns a meat locker there in the town. So, he's got some kind of business goings there, but not sure if it's a father or an uncle by that name. Unable to confirm that. Now, to make matters worse, Tolleson and Van Leuven were, disregarding multiple requests that Dr. Moore had for an attorney during that interrogation. 4 times they pressured him into false confessions despite asking for a lawyer. And we all know that that's a no-go. Once they say lawyer, that ends the conversation. But that didn't happen. And they're showing him these falsified police, the timestamp video is showing his truck at the scene and scaring him into thinking he's going to be put to death. Like in Idaho, there's a death penalty. So really, really scary stuff. The last I read, there was a civil suit pending in this one with Dr. Moore suing the detectives as well as the Idaho State Police and maybe others. I'm not entirely sure. I couldn't find anything current on this case, so I'm assuming it's still pending. Due to all the negative backlash, though, poor Dr. Moore and his wife have to move away from the town they loved to Boise to continue his chiropractic practices. So now, does this mean Gary Tolleson is this evil mastermind that's behind the frame job on Brian Kohberger? I'm not saying that. But, if he did it once, could he do it again? Of course, yes. But that doesn't mean that it's true, okay? Does he know Brett Payne, know him on a personal level? And is that why those two are involved in both of these in the Idaho 4 case? I don't know. Many questions about the suspicious behavior in this one reminds me of the Idaho 4. How many coincidences are we to accept? Seriously. There is a Brett Payne that owns that meat locker, but is it the same guy? Don't know. But if he's got business there, he grew up in that area, there could be some ties. We just don't know. But I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. As always, Great comments from you. Also, one of you commented, and I can't find the comment, about a movie that reminded you of my theory of that the students were watching this on their phones. Please, in the comments, let me know what that movie was. I want to watch it. I just can't find the comment. I should have pinned it. And it's lost in hundreds of them. So please let me know. Check the website out, PeteAltieri.com. You can pick up one of my books if you're interested. My latest novel on there, Deeper Than Dead, would be my suggestion. But they're all terrifying. If you like horror and suspense, you'll definitely dig it. Not gory stuff, though. And each one comes with a poster and bookmark, and the book is signed by me and PeteAltieri.com. Big thanks to all the members of the Hornside Club. You guys are amazing. I appreciate all of you that follow the channel. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. And I just started doing weekly lives, members only lives, and then another one for everybody. So trying to get more into doing some of that. There's a link in the description where you can join to be a member. It's only $1.99. So it's up to you. But please don't forget to hit that like button on the way out. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And drop a comment below. And we'll see you next time.